There are many Kenyans, including many of them on this channel, yeah, who are very sure that the NRM has a very bright future. Okay? Indeed, many are saying that now that Raila has sold us out, our only hope is in NRM and one Miguna. Now, let me give you an early warning. You will not like what I have to say about the NRM. Okay? However, it is the truth. Nothing but the truth. Now, somebody might look at this channel and say, hey, you should have even more subscribers than you have. Yeah? And my answer would be that I'm very grateful for the subscribers we have. And indeed, I'm focused on them. And the reason why I'm focused on them is that it is not possible on this earth to be everything to everybody. Okay? So I'd like to think that the people I address on this channel, the people who are faithful in this channel, want the truth. Yeah? They do not want to come here to feel happy. They want nothing but the naked truth. There are, of course, many other channels which exist just to make people happy, just to tell people exactly what they want to hear. Yeah? So what they do is that they put their feelers very close to the ground. They carefully read what people are commenting, and then they produce videos that are designed to make people as happy as possible. Yeah? And so I hope and I believe that I'm right, that you want to hear the truth. You do not want to be made happy. You want to hear the truth. So here's the truth. The NRM has done a great job. Okay? I believe Miguna is one of the people who will go down in history as those who contributed to exerting the pressure that has led to the current MOU. That is a fact. The NRM general, much respect to him, has managed to get the diasporans, yeah, Kenyans in the diaspora, to rally around him very quickly. Yeah, all in an effort to fight for a better Kenya. Very commendable. However, the sad reality is that the NRM has been overtaken by events. And for a very simple fact, okay, and somebody indeed made such a comment or wrote me an email to the same effect, and they're absolutely right. This is what they said. Miguna and the NRM are nothing but a shell without Raila Odinga. And that one, I agree 1000%. Up to this point, all the NRM needed was for it to look like Raila was supporting it. Yeah? That did not need to be the reality. It just needed to be a perception. Yeah? People just needed to believe that Raila Odinga is supporting the activities of NRM. Even if he doesn't come out and make a statement. And the NRM would have made a huge impact, or rather would have continued to make a very huge impact. Now, I always laugh to myself when I hear people making some certain comments about Raila Odinga, or Raila Odinga does not know what he's doing, or Raila Odinga this, Raila Odinga that. I always laugh. And the reason why I laugh is that a lot of people making these comments were not even born when Raila Odinga started his crusade for a better Kenya. Yeah? They have not studied him closely. Yeah? I'm telling you, Raila Odinga is bigger than life. Okay? And is a great Kenyan, a great politician. Kenyans are indeed very fortunate to have a Raila Odinga. Indeed, I can make a sweeping statement here without emotion and without favoring, just a cold, sweeping statement that is a fact. Kenya would not be where it is today had there been no Raila Odinga. And that is a fact. And so back to my point, Raila Odinga has shifted gears. Yeah? And therefore, you can expect the vast majority of Kenyans have shifted gears. And so the sad truth is that if the NRM tries to mobilize people today, it will be a non-starter. Yeah, it will not happen. You know, we have some very loud people on social media. These are all middle-class people. Yeah, people can afford bundles to watch videos on YouTube. Yeah, people who are online, people who can do a lot of things online. Those are not ordinary Kenyans. Yeah, those are middle class. In fact, some would even argue upper middle class Kenyans. Yeah, people have money. The masses are the ordinary Wanjikos. Yeah, the ordinary Omondis, if you will. Yeah, those folks are not on social media. Those folks are the vast majority of Kenyans. Those folks are the vast majority of voters. It is true, in recent times they've been looking up to the middle class for direction. Yeah, they've been looking up to social media. Yeah, social media has had the effect of being an opinion leader. Yeah, something is expressed here, and it's quickly drunk in by the masses, and therefore it becomes a mass thing. Yeah, and the NRM and the rise of Miguna is such an example. In fact, it is an excellent example to illustrate that. However, now things have changed dramatically, yeah, because the masses are with Raila Odinga. They are not with the middle class Kenyans on social media. And Raila Odinga has told them that now we go in the direction of the MOU. And that is exactly the direction they will go. Yeah, I believe Miguna, as a result of the contents of that MOU, will be able to come into the country unhindered. Yeah, nobody's going to stop him entering the country. I believe he's going to have all his birth rights restored. Yeah, his God-given rights. Yeah, because he was born in Kenya as a Kenyan. All that will happen. Yeah, and indeed, if I were him, I would position the NRM to be a watchdog over the MOU. Yeah, that would be perfect for NRM. Yeah, so that they ensure that Kenyans are not shortchanged, so that they especially ensure the very, very thorny issue, yeah, of the long-term issues, yeah, that have always dogged Kenya, always brought Kenya behind. The issues indeed which were in Agenda 4 in 2007, yeah, and the issues which were swept under the carpet conveniently, yeah, because they stepped on powerful toes, okay. If they could focus on that and ensuring that things like the TJRC report is released and implemented fully, yeah, that's the Truth, Justice and Reconciliation Commission report, yeah, on historical injustices against Kenyans, etc., etc. If the NRM took up that space as the watchdog to make sure, yeah, and to force through, yeah, the Agenda 4, then they would find a lot of popular support, and indeed they would be in tandem with Raila Odinga, yeah. But if they choose their own independent path, it won't work, yeah. There'll be a non-starter. Now, I know what I'm saying is very hurtful because a lot of people, even who take in this channel, have contributed money to the NRM. They have contributed money to Miguna, yeah, and that's a good thing because they're contributing money for a better Kenya. Yeah, that was the only hope at that time. But now, things have changed. And I need to go back to the earlier example I gave. I said, some Kenyans should be very careful they don't fall into the trap that is the fate of Winnie Mandela. Yeah, I remember I explained that in an earlier recording. Because at the time Nelson Mandela walked out of prison, yeah, after wasting away all his prime years behind bars, fighting for a better South Africa, not everybody was with him. Yeah, many people wanted black supremacy in South Africa. They did not want to see a white man anywhere in South Africa. Yeah, anywhere at the forefront of politics. What they wanted was that most of them would end up in prison for injustices. Yeah, that's really what they wanted. And then they wanted an all-black government, all-black business, all-black African everything. Yeah, they wanted the white man to vanish from the face of the earth as far as South Africa was concerned. Now, the way justice was served in South Africa did not please many people. Yeah, but it was just being realistic. Okay, what happened is that we had a Truth, Justice and Reconciliation Commission, where all those who had done evils against blacks came forward. Yeah, many of them whites confessed what they had done. Yeah, and gave closure to the families. Yeah. Now I need to also remind you that that is a very similar thing happened in Rwanda. Yeah. After the mass murder of the Tutsis by the Hutus, yeah, the country found a way to heal. And the way for the country to heal was not to round up all Hutus and lock them up or kill all of them. That would not have helped. Okay? Because a vast majority of them, almost to a man, were involved in killing Tutsis. Very difficult to pronounce that, yeah? They're involved in killing the other tribe in Rwanda, okay? And, one would have argued that for justice to be done, everybody who was involved had to be punished. But how realistic is that? Yeah? So it is exactly the same situation we have in Kenya. This is not a time for radicals, and this is not a time for people who want sweeping justice. Yeah? That is not the way it works. If you sit down and really think about it, it's not realistic. Yeah? What we need to do is heal the nation. Yeah? Of course, those who did evils will not go scot-free. They'll be caught up with. In fact, looking at the MOU, yeah, if you have done any evil, things are not good for you. Yeah? Some very, very big fish are going to land in jail very soon. Okay? And even those who committed evil, many of them will face justice. But not all of them. Okay? That's just how the reality of the situation. Well done, NRM. The country owes you. Well done, General Miguna. The country of Kenya will always be indebted to you. Okay? But folks, now is the time to move on. And we need to move on. We must move on. Okay? We can't get stuck in one place. Okay? Until next time, this is Kshs Kumekucha.